You clicked on this video because you want to find a side hustle that actually works with limited time or even eventually replace your 9-to-5 job. And I found the best business to start to do exactly that. Here you can see proof that I'm actually doing what I'm about to break down. Yesterday alone, I made about $1,000 in profit. And this is all without buying ads, creating my own product, or doing any branding. And since I know you're running on limited time, let's skip the fluffy intro and get right into it. Because after selling over $6 million on Amazon myself, I found the best way to get into it starting over from scratch. So for this video, I'm going to put myself in the shoes of a brand new Amazon seller. Let's go to step one of making money online via Amazon FBA. One of the best things to take advantage of now that I didn't have when I was starting is AI for your Amazon business, specifically the Boxy AI on Boxem. This is the tool I use to track how much money I'm making, all the back-end tasks, making shipments, that kind of thing. But for you being the new Amazon seller, you can also consult the AI, which is basically specially trained to coach you through selling on Amazon. So I went ahead and asked it like, hey, give me a good brand, give me a good ASIN, just explain how I can start sourcing products today if you're a brand new seller. And it was able to point out some brands that could be beginner friendly or auto ungated. These are brands that any new Amazon seller is able to sell right away. Let's see right here. It's saying, let's try this. So one path to copy is to find a Fruit of the Loom men's undershirt listing with some third-party sellers and then open that storefront. So let's do that. So I went ahead and found this listing right here. It is a 6-pack of tank tops, and the Boxem AI is wanting us to basically go ahead and check out one of the sellers on this listing. So you can see this person right here, they've got like 700 feedback. So they've been selling on Amazon for quite a while. And this tool over here is called SellerAmp. I'm going to go a little bit fast. Like I said, I know your time's valuable. So if you need to slow down the video, you can do that with the settings wheel. And by the way, if you want to follow along with everything I'm breaking down, you can also go ahead and grab 2-week free trials of Boxem and SellerAmp down below. These are the softwares that you'll actually need to run your business. It makes the process of actually finding products and running your business possible, especially on a limited time budget. You just need to use the most efficient ways to find things. So that's where I use SellerAmp. So let's go ahead and check it out. So it looks like this person is selling a little over 1,000 products based on the items in their storefront. I can see it looks like they're probably buying mostly clothing items, but it seems like they're also buying maybe some school supplies and just kind of some random stuff, right? So this person's just selling anything they can get their hands on, but looks Fruit of the Loom is their favorite brand. When we're looking at the products that are in their store, we can also see a lot of the basic stats about this item. And through this video, we'll find at least one profitable product together. We'll list it on Amazon and we'll walk through the process of you making your actual first sale on that example product. But it's obviously not going to be on something like this, right? Because SellerAmp is saying, hey, in order for you to make your ideal profit on this item, you need to get paid $1.50 to buy this item, basically. So our maximum price that we can pay to make a profit on this product is negative. So we can go ahead and skip, right? So I'm seeing a lot of these products on this person's storefront that are just not feasible to buy at that price point. But let's see if we can get it for $10, it would be profitable. So you can go ahead and hit the Google button. That's just going to grab that title and search it for me on Amazon. So it looks like this is like a 6-pack, and then this 6-pack is going for like a 7-pack is like 15 bucks. A lot of these are like 23 or 26. We need to get it for 9, so we can keep on scrolling. And this is one of those things where you'll get efficient over time. And this is also why it's so important to have just some kind of data that you're looking at. You're not just like randomly clicking around to products. I know I was definitely doing that when I was getting started on Amazon myself, but this way we're able to at least get a more focused list of what we're interested in. Like this, for example, I would definitely look further into, right? Because if I can get these like sweatpants for 13 bucks, we might be making some money basically. So let's see, here it is Walmart. There's like a sweater. See if they have the sweatpants as well. I would imagine they do. We can also check and see. It looks like the Fruit of the Loom website actually sells those too. And here's maybe Walmart listing. Let's see, so fleece right there. What are we looking at over here? These sweatpants are fleece sweatpants. Okay, cool. So we need to get them for like 13 bucks to make them profitable. And I'm just making sure we've got the same item here because I noticed we had 2 styles. Seems like this one right here is what we want with the legs cinched off at the end there. And what do we need to get these for? So these are about 13 bucks is our max cost. A lot of these listings here are 14. Some of these are $7. Okay, cool. So it seems like different colors are different prices as well. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and check further into this. So as far as the tools that you need to run an Amazon business, all you need is Boxem for the backend and profit and all that good stuff and using AI applications. We need SellerAmp for what we're sourcing right now. And then what I'm about to introduce right now is Keepa. All of the softwares together are less than $100 a month. Nothing too crazy, but again, make sure you do need to have a little bit of money to start selling products on Amazon. Hopefully that makes sense. What I'm looking for on this product specifically with Keepa is to see, hey, show me what are the most expensive versions of this product on this listing, right? Because this product is like a $29 item, but I'm also interested in all the other ones that are a little bit more expensive than the average on that listing. So what I'm looking for here is all of the different versions that are selling for obviously a profitable price point. So here we got black extra large selling for 30 bucks. You can also see if I mouse over a little bit, black extra large will pop up right there. Those are going for 30 bucks. Let's see, what is the extra large price on these. Let's see. So 16 bucks on those. Probably not going to be profitable. What size is this one? This is the medium. I think those were cheaper, right? Go to medium. Yeah. So 9.50 on the black ones right there. And then back on our listing that we were looking at, the medium ones are $29.99. So this is probably going to be our first profitable item. So $29.99. We're buying these for $9.50. So here's a great example, right? This product is the 9th best selling product in the entire clothing category. That's honestly insanely high. And obviously it shows because this product is selling 46,000 times a month, split between all the different colors and sizes and all that good stuff. But that should mean we don't have really any problem selling something like this. That's like a pretty popular black medium sweatpants on a listing that sells this much. Those are definitely going to be selling. So personally, I'd probably go ahead and buy 10 or so of those. Let's see. We've got the gray heather, extra large, extra large. You'll see it pops up in this chart over here, and also the medium. So 4 of the gray heather sizes are also going for 30 bucks right there. So those would be profitable as well. So large, we see, I know some of these are like 14 bucks or so. Extra large, double X. Okay. So none of those gray ones are going to be interesting, unfortunately. I am curious because I noticed some of the navy ones were like 7 bucks. So what you can do on Keepa is even just specifically focus on, hey, I know the navy ones are cheaper than normal. I've already found something profitable. So let me just filter down to navy, right? So we can go right here. Again, I'm going to go highest current price, and no worries. It looks like a lot of these are $7.44. So definitely not going to be profitable. The current price on these is being sold by Amazon as well. So Amazon's keeping that price lower than normal. So nothing too crazy to find there. But that's one thing that you can really take advantage of, is just specifically focusing on specific style. For example, we want to only focus on the red ones. We know we have some red ones on the listing. Seems like Amazon's on all of those. Another good application on this is to, let's actually just take away the color restrictions. And now again, we have every different style of pant on this listing. So I can say, hey, show me ones where Amazon is not on the listing. So Amazon has no value. Now I only see a big list of these products where the only people on the listing are third-party sellers like you and I. So it's pretty much a level playing field at that point. Let's see. With that in mind, I see the small, are the small heather ones any cheaper? No, 14 bucks, no worries. Let's see. Here is the black large. So the black ones have been $9.50. What is that one going for? 25 bucks. So cool. Here's another profitable item. It's not quite as profitable because this one's 25 bucks, but the black ones are like $9.50. This is selling for 25 bucks as the black large right there. So that would be interesting as well. I'm also curious on this navy nights color. A lot of times you can sell stuff like this on the same listing as long as you're keeping customers happy. I don't have any problem with it, and I haven't had any issues with it after selling on Amazon for 6 or 7 years now. It looks like these colors are exactly the same. Personally, I might actually grab some of these too. I would maybe buy less units of this just to make sure customers don't have any issues or anything like that, especially since there's no other colors on this listing that are called navy nights. It just looks like it's a standard navy color, and this one is going for $11.14, for example. So here's another profitable item. We make a few bucks profit. ROI is pretty decent, and yeah, looks pretty solid. So with that in mind, now we found 2 or 3 different profitable products that are pretty solid. If you want to find more profitable products on your own, all you need to do is just continue this infinite rabbit hole of sourcing products off of this, right? Because you can see, hey, this is the seller we came from, but look, there's another seller that's on this listing, and they're also going to have a whole inventory of other products, other brands, other product opportunities that we can also focus on. So really, we could sit here and source products together for 5 hours and we would not run out of good ideas, but I've been filming for 14 minutes and we've already found a few profitable items together. But obviously that's only the first step of the process. So let's talk about how to actually get one of these products sold on Amazon, make your money, and break down how all that works as well. And we'll jump back into the computer to break that down in a second, but I want to quickly explain how making sales on Amazon works, because you can do it via 2 different methods, and that's going to be Amazon FBA or Amazon FBM. The difference essentially is FBA, we ship it all off to the warehouse all at once, and as the products sell, Amazon ships it to our customers for us. Whereas Amazon FBM, we keep all the inventory at home or at a warehouse, a third-party prep center that can receive items for you, and then when those items sell, you or whoever you're working with ships those items directly to the customer. So you can think of Amazon FBM almost like how eBay works, and Amazon FBA, its own thing where you ship it all off in big boxes and they take care of the rest. In order for you to actually get your share of sales on the listing, the 2 most important things are making sure that your shipping speed is good and your price is good. So what you'll notice on the majority of the listings that you sell on is as long as you match the existing price that product is selling for and you're an FBA seller, almost always you will get an equal share of the sales on that product. There are some smaller factors that come into play, like how good your feedback is, how many total units you have, because that determines how many warehouses across the country your inventory is in. But for the most part, the buy box decision, aka winning that add to cart button, pretty much all comes down to having good price and good shipping speed. And where Amazon FBM excels is being able to quickly make sales as soon as those products get to your house. The downside to that is that it has slower shipping speed than that 2-day prime shipping that you become eligible for when you ship products into Amazon FBA. So if you want to take advantage of Amazon FBM, you just need to make sure other people on that listing are already doing FBA. FBM, which if you want an example of what that looks like, you can see this product that we're just going to use as our example. You can see it only has FBM sellers on this listing, so you don't have to worry about FBA competition. You'd have no problem making sales selling this directly to the customer. For my business personally, I like to do a lot of Amazon FBA because it's pretty much the most scalable. And in order for you to actually get your first products listed on Amazon and sold, all that good stuff, what you're going to want to do is grab the ASIN of the product. So that's like the unique, basically Amazon barcode is how you can think of it. You'll also be able to just copy paste it from SellerAmp there if you want to do it that way. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go over to Boxem. We're going to list FBA, and then we're going to paste that SKU. Let's go ahead and add a new SKU right there. Go ahead and set the list price. I like to set my prices a little bit higher than where they actually are. That way, when the product checks in, I'm able to lower it back down gradually and make as much profit as possible rather than listing it at $30 right away and missing out on some profit. On this, we were paying, I'm pretty sure it was $11. Going back over here, yeah, so $11.14 is what we're paying. We want to punch in our supplier as well. So I'm going to put Walmart, and then I'm also going to mark today's date as the day that I bought it. And you're going to see that's going to make a custom SKU. And that's something that Boxem is going to automatically generate. You can see now I know as I'm going into repricing, I know how much I paid for it. Or if I want to go restock it, I remember where I bought it. Or if I'm worried I've had the item too long and I need to lower prices or I need to raise prices, I remember how long I've had this item in stock, kind of all embedded in that SKU right there. So let's go ahead and submit that to Amazon. And you'll just repeat that for as many listings as you want to actually add into your Amazon store. And then go ahead and submit FBA listings. And then once this listing says active, you're good to go ahead and start the shipment creation process so we can actually take this listing, get it all boxed up, shipped off to Amazon, and make the sale. To do that, go to shipments, create shipment, and then we're just going to go ahead and name it. Select your fulfillment type. So I'm doing FBA as an example. For FBM items, all you need to do is that first step. By the way, it would already be listed and for sale on Amazon. With FBA, we have to go through the 3-step process that has in order for us to tell Amazon how we prep the product and make sure we're meeting all of Amazon's requirements. Go ahead and pick your ship from address, select the shipment method, probably going to be small parcel unless you're putting it on pallets, which would be LTL. And then over here, I'd recommend turning all of these things on. They are basically just quality of life things that will make shipping faster. It's one of the reasons that you want to use a software to create this. So let's go ahead and just create the shipment. I'll show you how everything works. And we're going to go ahead and start just by punching in the ASIN for that product that we just listed. Go ahead and press the plus button, select how much you're actually shipping into Amazon. So I'm going to say that we bought 10 just as an example. Go ahead and add that to our shipment, add any other products you've listed, and then press continue. On step 2, we're going to prep and box our items. This is where we tell Amazon what's in the boxes that we're sending to them. And we also make sure that we're meeting their prep requirements, which Boxem will display right here. So on this, I can see we need FNSKU labeling and we also need a poly bag. So this would just be like a clear bag with a suffocation warning. That's to just make sure that those sweatpants don't get dirty on the conveyor belts at Amazon. And then we're also going to go ahead and print out these FNSKU labels. You can get 2x1 labels to print this out on, or you can also use a standard at-home printer. If you do that, you need 30 up labels, which is basically a full sheet of labels that you can print on. And to set that up, you'll just go into your printer settings on Boxem, or their support team can also set it all up for you. If you don't want to do it, they can walk you through how to set everything up. But you'll go ahead and print these labels and then use those labels to cover the original barcode of the product, or in this case, we'll just put them on the outside of the poly bag. And then we can also just go ahead and drag and drop those into the box that we're going to go ahead and put those in. In this case, we're just going to use box 1, and you'll also set the weights and dimensions for that item. So you'll need like a shipping scale and a measuring tape to get that taken care of. Pretty self-explanatory. And we'll just go ahead and continue on. The only rules with these is to make sure your boxes don't go over 36 inches in one dimension or over 50 pounds. Those are the limits you need to keep in mind. Otherwise, you'll get a little bit of an extra fee. Go ahead and continue and submit. And then on step 3, we just need to confirm the address that we want to ship it to. This is just the different Amazon warehouses on Boxem. We're going to see several different options. So you can usually just choose the cheapest option. So for me, I'm going to be able to ship 40 pounds as an example for $26 to Maryland from Florida. So not too bad on shipping. I usually see about 60 cents per pound on average for FBA shipping. So in this case, we'll just go ahead and continue and then confirm. And then once that's all confirmed, you're going to get these labels right here. This one is your FBA box label. You'll put this on the box. Amazon's going to scan this one. And then this is your UPS label. This is who's actually obviously going to carry your product to Amazon. The only rule with these is just don't cover the seam of the box where they're going to slash it open. It needs to stay readable, and you're all good to go after that. Just go ahead and drop it off at UPS, or you can schedule a UPS pickup. It's usually a few bucks depending on how far from a UPS you live. But now you know how to source, list, and ship your first profitable product on Amazon. If you have any questions, drop those down below. Always happy to help. And if you want to dig in right now and start making some money for yourself, your most important action items are going to be to grab Boxem and grab SellerAmp so you can actually start doing everything we just broke down in the video and then get after it. Even if you can only afford to spend 50 bucks on some products, see how it goes, test the waters, and then you'll be able to scale from there. But I really appreciate you watching this video. And a common roadblock for a lot of Amazon sellers is getting ungated to sell tons of these new brands. If that's something you're running into, click this video right here. It'll show you how to get ungated.